In my role as Honorary Life President of the Isle of Bute Weed Harvesting Association to make this short video, and it's with regret, it's with deep regret that we're having to make this video, but it's to rectify a number of misconceptions that have occurred since we got, I think, it seems like anyway, entangled in the World Wide Web. Some of these misconceptions have caused deep offence to long-standing members, and I feel it's only fair and proper for me to actually set out and rectify them. Can I first of all thank Mrs Edith Parsnip of Goole in the East Riding of Yorkshire, who's obviously been to Rothsay, because she sent us a very nice postcard, and you can see it there. That's the public lavatories at Rothsay, very famous public lavatories. You can actually have tours around them, but I digress. They're well known by many of our members frequent them fairly frequently, so we do know them. So thank you, Mrs Edith Parsnip of Goole, for sending this postcard. And she writes, "Dear Isle of Bute Weed Harvesting Association, are any of your members married?" Now, to give you a straight answer to that, the answer is no. 3 weeks is a long-term relationship for most of our members. Why that should be, why none of our members are married, I'm not quite sure. It's probably something to do with the fact that many of them are very dedicated to the harvesting of weed. And obviously, when you go around in waders all of the time, it can get in the way of a long-term relationship. I mean, I do make some concessions to domesticity, because you can see here, whilst I'm in the house, these are only waist waders. I don't wear waist waders in the house, merely chest waders. But no, none of our members are married, Mrs Parsnip. But my concern is this: we are not a dating agency. The Isle of Bute Weed Harvesting Association is clearly not a dating agency. Our mission statement, and we have one, recently redrafted, states quite clearly that we are dedicated to the promotion of the harvesting of non-marine (pondweed) for social and cultural purposes. So I hope I've made myself clear on that one. And in a way that links to the next point. We have been contacted by a number of law enforcement agencies, including the Strathclyde Police, to find out whether or not we are involved in drug activities, I suppose. Let me make it quite plain that we have nothing whatsoever to do with marijuana or any other forms of drugs. We are a very law-abiding organisation. None of our members has got a criminal record whatsoever. Okay, I mean, some of you may remind us that one of our members was up in court last year, I think it was, for removing ladies' undergarments from clotheslines in Port Ballantine. But when that case came before court, the case against this member was found not proven. So let me make that abundantly clear. And I know there was Hamish, but as soon as Hamish was convicted, we disbarred him sine die from the association and scrubbed his name out from all records, all our minutes. His name disappeared. I mean, we all like kiddies, don't we? But not in a way that Hamish does. So, to the Strathclyde Police, we have nothing whatsoever to do with marijuana. As I've said, we are weed harvesters, and you've heard what the mission statement of our organisation is. And there is an invite in the post to the Chief Constable of Strathclyde Constabulary to the next meeting of the association, first Thursday in the month, except August and December, so he is invited to September's meeting. And this brings me on to the last audience that I'm having to address, and that's you druggies, you people that don't abide the law, not like members of our association, who go around smoking, whatever it is you call this stuff. We do not want contact from you again. We will not be able to score any black, or whatever it is these other phrases are that we've been inundated with. We simply harvest non-marine (pondweed) for social and cultural purposes. We do not in any way produce drugs for consumption. So let me make that abundantly clear. I hope I've been able to answer those misconceptions that have been raised over the last few days, one has to say, and let's hope that that is the end of it and people are quite clear about what we do. So that's it, and I'm just going off now to study in a bit more detail that wonderful website, Women in Waders. Thank you once again.